And I had this thing right where I wanted it. Hey guys. Oh, one here. Oh, that's not gonna work. Let me mess with this a little bit. See if I can. That might have to be what it is. Oh, and God, sorry guys. It. I say this all the time, but it's crazy to me because as of recently, I every time that I try to get this thing, the camera set up before I go live, it won't do it. Like it shows me one thing. Hey Cindy, hey Tammy, hey John, hey Wendy, Misty, Christian, Mark. All right, guys. So we got a pretty cool one today. It's not often that we get to play towers for the live stream, so I try to take advantage of it while we can. I have this lifted a little high, and I can tell that's actually, maybe I should take this down a little bit. Let me see. I think it just takes away some of the effect. Once like that, it doesn't show the true size of it. All right. So listen, I forgot. I called it a watchtower in the title, and I was thinking, why do I know that name? Then I forgot that's the what's Jehovah's Witnesses magazine that they have. I knew that name sounded familiar. No, I'm not Jehovah's Witness, guys, but I don't even know what the association, or if that's just literally what they call their magazine or pamphlet or whatever. Okay, let's get off the religion thing. I wish I could do a panoramic shot before we get started, but basically, on top of the tower is $500. $500 chip, $500. Then sprinkled throughout the field, we got the two mystery bags. Thankfully, they're closer, and they're up front. And then we got cash, 50s, 25s, the 100 placards like normally. They have no value. And I think that's about it. So I win nothing if the tower does not fall. If the tower does fall, I win whatever came off. After the tower falls, that gives me a bonus of 10 minutes if it can happen. If not, everything is timed. That's not always the biggest fan of the time, but just things just work out so we can do one thing or have another. So I don't know. This whole thing is just crazy. I'll get into that a little bit later on some of the things I've been thinking about here recently about how some of this works out. Let me refresh this. Hey, Aaron. Good. Hey, Mike. Both parts of the tower. That's good. So the one that you see up front, that's actually like a half a tower kind of thing. They put those in there to kind of like make it a little bit more sturdy. And plus, that's going to slow down the tower making its way up to the glass. From what I understand, what they're considering the tower falling down is just where the 500 chip is, that part coming off, not just the chip, but, the top part. That's to the best of my knowledge. I could be wrong with that, and Lord knows I am wrong a lot with stuff like that. But so the grand prize on top is 500, and then obviously sprinkled throughout the field, there's at least another 500. Probably more than that. Yeah, there could be a total of like 1,500 in here, not counting whatever's in the live stream bags. So I mean, the chance is there to make it for sure. 500 to play, 500 is the bonus. So pretty much, basically, we got to get the bonus to come off so we can get everything else. If that makes sense. I haven't became a billionaire yet. No, Mike, but I promise to you, if I can figure it out, I'll make sure all you all are taken care of. It is funny, the irony of it, that there was a time of day that, being a millionaire, that was obviously a huge goal. But now we're in the billions, and then it'll be trillions. Interesting. I mean, hey, set of goals. But I would like to be a billionaire. I can think of a billion different ways to spend $1 billion. Oh yes I can. Mm. Hope everyone's doing good. So I got to admit to a few things. Number one, the phone situation for me is awful right now. I don't know what's going on, but it's very inconvenient. Ever since I switched over to AT&T, I've had a lot of problems. Oh, this should be a first fix. Okay, maybe not as exciting as what I was thinking, but so apparently where my house is at, I'm in between two towers, two cell phone towers, where one drops off and the other one picks up. Well, my phone, for some reason, bounces back and forth between towers. And because of that, it's almost like I live in a remote area, even though I really don't. So, oh, that was big. The communication aspect has been terrible. I wasn't kidding when I said I had the situation up here fixed, but between the phone issue and a few other things, I was going to try to do a surprise live stream on Sunday. And then I got frustrated and said, okay, because I wasn't able to get up here till late. So after I realized I couldn't do a live stream on the main channel, I said, all right, I'm going to try everything in my power to do a live stream for the VIP page. I think I got it figured out now. I'm going to have to test it, but it took me a very long time. I don't know why it was so difficult, but I just could not remember the login information for the VIP page, so it would allow me to live stream. So that was definitely a pain in the rear end, to say the least. So the video I put out today on Facebook and YouTube, I was really up in the air about what I was going to name it. I went with the more interesting name because they just, let's face it, they do better. But I had a bunch of footage of pretty much a whole day condensed down, because I had stopped there early in the morning and I started playing and I won $1 and I won like a, oh, that was huge. Oh, come on. I won $1 and $2, and then there was something else that was close, and then I went back up later on and see if there's any progress, and there was. So I went and got $20 in quarters, and I was playing for the Zippo, and I went through the whole 20, and I also brought up some quarters with me. So at this point, I was pretty close to $40 invested, and only thing I had to show for it in return was a wheat penny. That's what it was, a wheat penny and a dollar bill. That's all. Very embarrassing. I mean, I don't mind in playing. I look at it as an investment to the channel, but it was very embarrassing. So there was a Zippo that was there, and I'm like, okay, I got to win this Zippo. So putting quarters in, and then the craziest thing happens. This thing, it just stops. Like, it just refuses to go further up. I've run out of quarters, and I'm sitting there just going back and forth. I'm like, man, do I want to get $60 involved in this thing? I mean, seriously. I want to put out a good video, but just it didn't make sense. So I waited. Quarters, one or two would fall off, and I would put it in. Well, my biggest fear, and by this point, the Zippo was getting ready to fall off, at least from my perception. My biggest fear is where the ATM is. I have to go like into Flying J's. And I swear to you, not only is it one of the most expensive ATMs ever used, it is the slowest ATM ever. Like, literally the slowest ATM I've ever seen in my life. So I waited, and finally, all right, go. So I hustle out to the lobby. Wait what seems to be an eternity. I get my 20 out of the ATM, which actually cost me $26. $6 to use the ATM, which common sense says I probably should have got more money out to make it a little bit more sense, but I didn't. I don't do a lot of things that make sense. Well, I was going to buy a drink so I could get change, and as soon as I did, I heard, you can hear it from far away. You can hear quarters dropping on the coin pusher, and I'm like, somebody done snuck in, and I'm gonna clean this out real quick. I'm like, somebody done snuck in, and it's playing for the Zippo, and sure enough, I drop it. I go back here, and there was like a husband and wife that were playing. I was like, oh man, all this money I have invested, now I just hook somebody else up. So I waited, and then they run out of quarters. Well, I'm not an assertive person. I've never been an assertive person. Just not good at it. Oh, let's. Oh. All right, I'm going to drop some of these there. So after I seen that they stopped, I figured they were going to do the same thing that I just did. But I went ahead and put the 20 in, and I had walked up to the lady because she was kind of standing there, and I said, if you're not playing this for the moment, I said, I literally have almost $60 invested. I got that Zippo all day. I've been working on that thing, and I just went up to get change, and because I ran out of quarters, and I was going to finish it off. She was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, my husband, he went out to the car to get changed. We'll just play on the other side." So she was okay with it. So I pick up, start recording, and I got a big sigh of relief that I could finish this video out. Well, he comes in. He wasn't so tickled about it. He just looked at it like some random person just came in and started playing. Well, she told him what I said. So I'm trying to be super nice. And like the prizes that I have won up to that point, the wheat penny, the $2 bill, I hand it to him. Like, here, this is, take this. I'm just trying to get a nice video out, blah, 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 blah. So if you all know, if you've watched a lot of Flying J's videos, the middle coin pusher, I mentioned a lot that the left side loses quarters. And if you put it, what happens is people keep putting quarters in, then they end up just getting stuck. Well, he's seen that. So I look over at one point and he's got a knife out and he's like doing surgery. He's doing all this stuff. Well, then at another part, he starts like smacking the machine, which inadvertently, when he was smacking it, it was taking the Zippo, and the Zippo was right at the edge where it was going backwards. It was going back into the playing field. My other thing is I'm always worried that the people that work there, especially day shift, because I'm usually not there during the day, are thinking that I'm, trying to get a good video and try to cheat. Because believe me, as you all know, I've been accused of that up there several times. Told to leave one time because of it. And luckily, I had, a trucker was sitting there and was the entire time I was there, talking to the manager. And secondly, I had recorded everything I was doing, so I was like, "Here, you can watch the footage." But anyways, I worry because I'm afraid they're gonna think it's me. So I reach down and I give this guy a bunch of quarters. I'm like, "Here." I was like, "Man, I know it gets stuck. It's not gonna come out." Well, literally as soon as I handed it to him, I think I really made him mad, and he starts like rocking this thing, and you can kind of hear it pretty good on today's video about how hard he's hitting it. And everybody, the Denny's right behind me, everybody's looking over and they're looking at me because I'm the dummy that's recording everything. And I'm like, man, I was in such a peculiar spot. Number one, it's not my machine. I'm not going to get in a fight with somebody telling them to stop. But I wasn't going to walk away either in the same scenario, especially at that point because I had so much money. But luckily, you can hear someone come up and start talking to me, and then that turned into a whole fiasco. I wasn't going to focus around that, honestly. And for the most part, I honestly had forgot a lot of it until I started editing. And then I was like, man, that's such a, like, how can I not? I mean, although those things have happened, that was a first in that scenario. So how can I not use this and make the video around it? But I figured, I tried to word it where it wasn't like clickbait, but I figured I haven't read the comments yet, but I'm sure there's people upset thinking that I'm manufactured the whole story up, or I'm surprised people still at Flying J's, people still are telling me, leaving that he's playing in his basement. This guy must think we're dumb. He owns this machine, he's playing in his basement. And I'm like, man, there's a lot of people in my basement. Because in Flying J's videos, you can hear tons of people walking in and out. There's a Denny's in my basement. There's a big truck stop in my basement. I must have a really, really big basement. All right, so this thing has a pretty decent lean on it. I don't know. I'm waiting for them. This video is timed, but they're letting me know. I don't know. I don't know exactly how all that's working yet. So I'm playing until I know what the time is, and then we'll go from there. But I'm like purposely not playing too fast because I don't want them to think I'm taking advantage of the situation until they tell me the time. Alright, so the live stream bags are super close. Let me pull this back out on Facebook here a little bit so y'all can see it. We've got both the silver and gold. Those two bags, if you're not familiar, I call them live stream bags because they are only put in for live streamings. Essentially just put in for something cool for us to do, like where you can participate. I got to win both of them. If I win both of them, I'll let you all vote and pick which one you think. One of them has money, the other one doesn't. And yeah, live stream bag. Live stream mystery bag. Whoa, whoa! Come on, fingers. Dag on it. Fingers are not working. I know this one is not as fast paced as opposed to when I do the drop method on the other ones, but to me, I just feel like there's no technique or skill behind that. I'm basically just grabbing a bunch of quarters, reaching my hand in, and dropping them. It pretty much takes care of itself. Where playing traditional, this is the one that's always been fun to me. But I know it's not as fast paced, but there's a little bit more of a strategy to it, a game plan, and I personally enjoy it as far as playing. Now, for videos, I love doing the drop method because it's super fast and it makes it entertaining and stuff come off faster. But the thing got a lean back to it, but now it's kind of like, I don't know what happened. And the gold bag's semi-stuck, unfortunately. That's still getting some movement there. Oh, come on! Oh. So I do know this. The first part was supposed to be timed, but I do know timing for this. When this comes off, or if this comes off, that will give me 10 minutes to win as much as I possibly can. Then the game is over. So I do know that. Maybe that's the thought process for why no one's saying anything yet or not. I guess I probably should go down here and collect. See, every time I think something, I thought this was going to be pretty easy to fall down. It's proven different. I don't know if it's the wall they built up front or what it is, but it's actually not wanting to come down. Oh, goodness. I tell you, we haven't really done that good. Not with anything that fell. And remember, if the tower doesn't fall, I win nothing. This is I've had too many good days. Hopefully that's good. I don't even think that gold bag is going to come down. It's like stuck. Man. Jeez. Hey, let me see more. I read an article today. As a kid, my favorite, I had two actors that I just thought were awesome. Kurt Russell and Michael Keaton. Just loved both of them. I was reading an article today from Michael Keaton, and apparently Beetlejuice 2 is been recorded and edited, and it's in some final edits. But Beetlejuice, the movie's called Beetlejuice, so it's just the name twice. But they redoing Beetlejuice, which that's pretty stinking cool. I always thought Michael Keaton did a really good job playing that role. So there's one I'm excited to go see. It's this whole thing just stopped. Why? Like, seriously. Alright, I gotta come up with a new game plan. It seems like, well, man, the lighting in here is bad on me. Try to put as many quarters in my hand as I can. Alright, I'm gonna try to load this thing up. We need some big pushes. Ah! Shoot. Well, that was not that. Oh, well, at least the back part's starting to come down a little bit now. Come on, baby. I don't know. That gold bag is starting to move a little bit. It might come down. It needs to get a tilt. Oh! There we go. Get that tower out of the way. It might help this other one to move up to where we need it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I apologize, guys. I don't mean to be missing anybody's comments. I know this is about the time people start leaving messages. This must be pre-recorded, and it's not. I'm just trying to see if I can get this thing to come down first, and then get a little bit more personal, just in case the time was shorter than what I was thinking. It's still moving. I mean, believe it or not, it might not look like much, but those little slight movements actually doing more than what you think. It's just the process in between. Oh, I'm surprised it didn't fall, to be honest with you, because that was a nice little jolt. Man, it's been a while since we've had a suspenseful live stream. Normally, it's just the races or something. And that's what I was hoping, taking it down to one live stream a week, that these would become more of a thing instead of just like, throw in videos. Oh, go bag finally came down. That is awesome. And it just, you gotta stick with it. You gotta keep the faith. Like, why is his name not coming to my head? George Michael, you gotta have faith. All right, we are on the last couple quarters. There. Oh, and gold bag is all the way down. Last 4 quarters. All right, let me get ready. Oh, thank you, Mike. Oh. Oh. All right, guys, I'm gonna just give me like 2 minutes. I'm gonna go say something to them because I need to find out, make sure everything's okay. Just give me 1 second. All right, guys, we're good. I always worry about like me doing something wrong and then not being able to do anything at all because I don't play by the rules. So I seen a couple days ago the passing of a person of my childhood, Eric Corman. Corman? I don't know if I should say his last name right or not. He definitely has some songs that I can remember as a kid playing on the radio. He was young too, 70 something. I'm not sure what. Alright, so let me try to I'm gonna try to position this thing where I can get as many full rows built up as I can. So I'm gonna fill my hand up and I gotta stop this at the right time. I think. All right, hold on. Let me come out and then right here. All right. Oh, I'm going to drop a bunch of papers, I think. Yep. I put way too many in my hand. Ow. I was trying not to do that. I don't want to stop it here, but it's for a bigger purpose. For greater cause. Got to try to get as many rows. And it'll still, it doesn't matter. I mean, the quarters are down, they're down. It doesn't really affect how well it pushes it. Ah, okay, that didn't work. All right, come on, baby, come on. I remember there's a casino. I always talk about this, but near me, that's really close, Hollywood Casino, and they used to have bands come in, and it was free. Like they would be playing right there. It was at a bar, but you'd be playing slots, and they would have a pretty decent sized band there playing. Now they got a whole event center and arena, and you gotta pay regular concert prices. But back when they had that, I would go down there a lot when they had various bands of my interest. And man, I've seen so many different genres and people from different time eras. Just because I was like, hey, it's free, you can go there and gamble a little bit. But one that I was super excited about to go see, and I told my mom, and she went with me, was Eddie Money. I both bags are down. That is awesome. So we know we at least got that. All right, I'll take that. Another person's a big part of my childhood, and he was, Eddie Money was. He's a very intelligent person. He was actually a college professor at I'm trying to think where he was at. One of the prestigious schools out on the West Coast. Anyways, just as an adult, I guess he always sung and then just pursued his career and then came into Eddie Money, as we know. 2 Tickets to Paradise, all his cool songs. Well, I say that because I got to see him and, I just felt like I was reliving my childhood. But unfortunately, he passed away not soon after that, so I'm glad I had an opportunity to see him before that. Wolfman Jack. Who is Wolf? That name sounds so familiar. Who's Wolfman Jack? Mike, I'm trying to think who that is. I'll look it up. I know the name sounds familiar. Everyone. I don't think the '80s was some magical time. As a matter of fact, I used to think quite the opposite about the 80s. I thought the 80s was a decade that everybody was really confused because they were trying to do a different coming out of the 70s and the whole hippie thing, and everybody was trying to come up with their own mark. And when I think of 80s, I think of neon, everything neon green, neon orange, and The Simpsons. But one of the things I feel like I'm blessed with is song music from the 60s, 70s, 80s into the early 90s, which I personally are some of the best. So I really feel like I had a lot of. I think that thing is getting ready to fall. It looks like it had a lot of good music, and I just said a whole bunch of decades added into one. But I just really feel like, and not saying that music's bad now. I mean, it's still good, but just hearing a song that you haven't heard in a while can take you back almost to an exact time and place in your life. It's crazy how it does that. You can feel like what you felt at that time and what was going on. Something special about that. I'm on. Oh, you got to be close. I know it. There's not a lot of money down in the chute. I mean, there's definitely not more than our buy-in. So something's got to change here somehow, or it's going to be yet another day. Oh, there we go. That was a good fall. That we're getting further in debt. And we are to the last handful of quarters. But we're good with quarters, at least. But all right, come on, baby, come on. Not as fast as what I was hoping for. I knew it. Butterfingers. Definitely a good name for me. Butterfingers. And that's the last quarter, guys. Come on! Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's a lot better. Definitely a lot more in there now. It was looking pretty sparse. I'm going to keep it a surprise. mainly for myself. Because I don't, there's something about rubbing it in when I don't win it. Oh, where did I just drop that quarter to? What the world? All right. Oh, what was that? That was big. Totally missed it though. All right, let's see if I can work this out though. Unfortunately, the things that would work to our advantage, my advantage for knocking the tower down, all have came out. So it's down to quarters alone now. But I mean, this thing is leaned back so far, I just cannot see how it's not going to fall. But do we have enough time? That's the other issue. Oh, okay. When you see that thing like go back and forth like seesawing, that's a good sign because that means the bottom part of the tower is starting to come out. And that's really what you need. I tell you, I've been very surprised about how resilient a cooling tower can be. Just with the way they're constructed, you know, it's almost like a I'm trying to think what the term is, but you know, there's so much room to forgiveness in there. Come on, baby, come on! Oh, that was a good push. See, it comes randomly. It's so weird. It's so hard to try to figure this such a basic concept of a game, and it's amazing about even with the most basic. Drop a quarter in, you want quarters and other items to come out. That's pretty much it. I can stop the backfield from going back and forth, and I can go left to right with the quarters. That's pretty much it. But play it long enough, you want to try to learn a little bit more than just that. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! So, yeah, John had sent me a correspondent for. Well, unfortunately, I had everything set up on here, so I wasn't able to talk too much. But I was talking about the TikTok scenario, and you know, I've been following a little bit about the TikTok um, banning, and I don't. I can honestly say I'm kind of ignorant to what exactly the reasoning is currently. I don't know if it was the same one as before, but like I was telling John, you know, TikTok, when first I started, oh my gosh, I started uploading videos on the TikTok on the side, and channel grew pretty quick. So live stream, that's the thing with TikTok, live streams. Well, the first time I went live, it was crazy. I mean, I think it was over 10,000 people we had at one time watching. And I don't like the concept of trying, the stickers, and I don't like the idea of sitting there basically sounding like you're begging someone to send you money. That part about it I don't like, but it was still, it was happening even though I wasn't really mentioning anything about it, which I'm very grateful and appreciate. But the video did really good, and I was thinking, man, there's some concepts with TikTok that I really like. Like, I don't know if it's changed, but at that time, you could do a live stream, and say you would make $200 in a live stream. Well, you can withdraw that money that day. On Facebook, YouTube, everything else, you have to wait 30 days. Technically 60 because, you're always a month behind. I love that concept. Well, the second time that I went on there, which most of you all know that are OGs on the channel, it banned me, and it said that I was going against their policy. And I was really confused. I was like, well, maybe it's a gambling thing or something. So I brought it back up and ban again. Then up and ban again. Then they banned the channel for a week. And I dealt with that almost the entirety of having, when I was attempting. And, I found a lot. I know it's an automated thing, but I would ask for a review from like an actual human, and they still would say I went against the violation. And I'm thinking, have you seen some of the videos that you all allow on this platform? So those are okay. But I am playing a quarter game that essentially the only thing in here that's actually real money is the quarters. Everything else is just generic chips that you could buy off of Amazon. The cash, the money is prop money. That's, and that, for those of you who don't know, yes, I do. It does transition over to real if I'm in the green, which I'm never, ever am. We just do it on the monthly thing, but there's nothing. I could have put anything in here, but you see some of the other stuff that they allow to be on the platform. So I'll be honest with you, it frustrated me. It really left a bad taste in my mouth that I had that battle, because it could have been, especially with all the stuff that I just went through, the past year and a half with the other thing, it would have been a nice help to me. But so I say that because personally, I don't have a dog in the fight. I was living before TikTok, and I live just fine after TikTok. But I know on the flip side of it, there are a lot of creators that are completely dependent on it. So, all right, that was my last quarter, guys. Let's go in here and collect. That's right, Mike. Yeah, it truly is. It was frustrating. Like I said, the automatic thing, it didn't bother me, but when someone actually came in, a human, and said, "Yep, no, we were right. We need to take you down." And on that note, then I'll leave it alone. The other thing that frustrates me is if you didn't want to promote any kind of gambling, hey, I'm cool with that. Absolutely cool with that, truly. But they will allow people that do the live streams playing slot machines. So, what is the difference? What literally is the difference between if I went to a casino and was playing a slot machine or playing pretty much a kid's game? Or, yeah, no, I mean, there's the tower is pretty much what's left. There's not the. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's cool. I don't know. Everything just kind of stopped. It was going good, then everything just. Yeah, no, I mean, everything, like I said, literally, it's just the tower is the only thing that's standing. All right, sounds good. Just let me know. I figured this was going to come an issue because this is taking a lot longer. And this was supposed to be a time game, so we're going to do it. We got to do it now, guys, because we're almost out of time. I'm going to play as aggressive as I possibly can. And last couple quarters, guys. All right, I gotta go down here and collect. I'm gonna do this a little bit faster than normal. You know that chocolate factory, Willy Wonka chocolate factory video that I just did. I didn't win. I lost pretty big, but playing it and then hitting the biggest scratch off that I've ever won, a whopping $100. I left there with a smile, and I can't say that too often. I think what made me so frustrated about that video was the fact, hopefully everyone's watched it before watching, so I don't spoil anything, but the fact that the bag that I had, the golden ticket that I needed, came off first, and literally I just kept on playing and playing, and I put out so much for the video that was just redundancy. But man, I played the thing forever. And I could have just stopped, let that be my winner, and won the jackpot. But no, didn't happen, Captain. All right, that was the first bit of something good that I've seen in a while. You may have even missed it, but it looked like the feet were kind of getting swept out again. I might try to go for a side, like do left side, then come to right side. I don't. It used to be a strategy that I did. I never really was too sure whether it was working or not, but the idea was I was trying to basically just like if I had an axe and I was chopping one side or going to the other, and see, then that it's kind of easier said than done. There we go. Plus, getting quarters over there to the side, it's not the easiest task in the world. And that's our last quarter. Man. Oh, yes. That is amazing. And I say that sarcastically. To top it all off, we're getting low in quarters. Jeez. Man, I tell you, you can't predict these things. You really can't. At least I can't. Somebody else maybe can. I'm on. And this is the last bit of quarters right here. This is not good. Lordy, lordy, lordy. So don't go anywhere if we don't get this off, because I'm going to need your help to pick out the mystery bag at least, because the way it's looking, unless something changes, that's going to be the only monetary thing that we're going to have out of this. Man, that's, oh, I had a couple more. Now that was last year. Oh, bummer! How this thing is not off is beyond me. I mean, quite literally, this thing is. All right, let's let this thing. Got some quarters that are on the edge, getting ready to fall off. So let's see if we can get some backing. Come on! Come on! Come on! Get it! And we are down to a handful of quarters. Of course. Why wouldn't you? Look, now it's going to. I can't even talk. I can't even get it out. Frustration. Now the bottom's going to start coming out more. Of course. Come on. All right, so we got a decent amount of quarters that are on the left side. We got to try to get those down. Come on. There we go. All right, I'm going to put more quarters in my hand. Oh, well, that didn't work. Come on. I don't even know how this is possible. I really don't. Look, it did the same thing again. It's seesawing. I feel awful because you all really don't have the view that I have. It kind of looks like it's straight, honestly, but it's not. It's leaning, I mean, seriously, like it's reaching out. That was all the quarters I got, and that's pretty much where it's getting down to. And oh, that might be the straw that broke the camel's back there. Oh. This is all that we have. Man, I was too cocky coming into the day. If I've learned anything from playing the coin pusher, if there's any lessons I've learned, is to never give up. Because just like that video I put out when my last 2 quarters that I was down to is what got it everything down. You never know. I mean, you really don't, but it's just not looking good. Like, okay, we're out of quarters. So unless something falls right here, I All right, well, we have 1/4, and I'm sure I can scrounge up another quarter from somewhere. So the right side is the only one that looks like it has something that's getting ready to fall off. Let me look for a quarter while it's doing that. How is there not 1/4 in here? Oh no! I can't believe I just did that. Oh, there. Ugh, I knew it. All right, so I just found 3/4 underneath the game, and 2/4 fell. And again, we're at the situation that the right side is the only one that has anything close to falling off. And one of those went on top. That's amazing. Not. Come on, baby. Come on. All right. Well, we got a decent amount of quarters that time, so that's good. So let's get it across. And across one more time. And I have 2/4 left. I might as well just stay down here. Oh, you got to be kidding me. So the irony is the shelf. Oh. Well, I guess technically. All right. So I'll give it a few minutes. Less. Okay. I haven't been told. All right. Until they tell me differently, I'll wait. 2/4 fell down. So let's get the. There we go. Oh! Oh! Got a view there. Sorry, guys. I just smacked the camera on YouTube. Got a view of the Mike's tank that he's never put any fish in. That poor fish tank. I sat there this whole time with not one fish in it. Oh! Hey, Wendy, come on in. All right, thank you, Wendy. I hit it. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean for that to happen. That's always I mean, there's nothing. That was my last quarter, guys. All right, so I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Let me see if quarters are going to fall. If they tell me I'm out of time, that's fine. But let's go ahead and pick the mystery bag out. Let's go ahead and at least do that while I have everybody here. The biggest problem is, like I said, he's not in here full time. I'm sure once he gets in here full time, then the ambiance of having his tanks and everything else he'll want. But the biggest thing that concerns me with here is everything to my right, their computer and their little sticky notes. That's the thing that I don't want to display on camera, which there's nothing immediately in front of this side, and the other side, it's just the wall of coin pushers. So there's definitely nothing over there. All right, guys, this is where I need your help. We have a silver bag and we have a gold bag. I can only pick one of these. One's a winner, the other one is not. The gold bag, there is 1, 2, 3. All right, it feels like there's 3 chips and obviously cash. That's definitely cash. So there's 3 chips in cash. The silver bag has 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chips in cash. So literally the only difference is this one has 1 less. it never really means anything. That could be anything. I've learned that you can't really go by. So just do me a favor. I am dual streaming on YouTube and Facebook, but if you can leave a comment down below and say silver or gold with everybody that is left, and let me thank everyone that has stayed. My apologies. This thing, I will definitely get this thing down one way or the other where you all can see it. There we go. All right. So while that's timing up, I am going to throw a couple more of those quarters down there, but then I'll come in and get the total, and we will go ahead. All right. So there is 3/4 that came off. I'm going to go with the 3/4, and I am going to take a risk and go on the left side just because there's a whole bunch that's getting ready. Oh, no, one went on top. You got to be kidding me. I need another quarter. I know there's got to be one somewhere. I kept dropping them. Oh, jeez. Man, you can tell I have not. So, guys, if you're not familiar, the rules have always been, if it's on the ground, it's fair game. That's the only way that they could keep, because I drop a lot of quarters. So I'm like, oh, thank you so much for the 50. Grace, thank you so much for the 50 stars. That was so kind of you. Wendy said check YouTube, Facebook, or PayPal. I definitely will. Thank you all guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Truly. Oh! And hey, we got one more quarter. We got 4 quarters now. I don't know if that was the best fall or not, but okay, nothing came down. All right, let's go ahead and let's see. All right, so it appears. All right, Shannon, good idea, good thinking. Las Vegas retired. Man, I just want to go to Vegas one time. Somebody had a thing. 15 gold, 3 silver. Thank you, Wendy. So gold is the official winner on YouTube. Let's see what Facebook has. All right, guys. Thank you, Mike. So it is official, another rarity, but both Facebook and YouTube are in agreement. Gold is the official winner. This doesn't happen a lot. Not at all. So I tell you what, let's just go ahead and instead of opening this one up, let's go ahead and open up the gold. Jeez, the gold one, and let's see what's in here. This I'm doing this backwards than what I normally do, but this both YouTube and Facebook, and honestly, I probably would have picked gold myself, but these things are a pain in the butt. This apparently is going to be the only monetary money that I make out of today. Right now we are negative 500. So let's see. Oh, I think you all picked right. It looks like it. So 150, 160, 180, 200, 220. That's got to be the winner. That hands down has to be the winner. So that's 220 knocked out of the negative 500. So what was that, 280 or negative? Math isn't my thing, guys. So, all right, let's see what's in the silver bag to find out for sure. But I'm pretty confident if one has a decent amount like that, the other one absolutely does not. Oh, I can tell already. Oh man, these are ugly looking ones. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Oh, there was $80 in there. So you all definitely you all picked correctly. So thank you so much, because if it wasn't for that, I would be negative 500 at the moment. All right, guys. So yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'm done both ways. I kind of got the cutoff signal from them. Listen, I am sorry, but you do have my one promise. Either we'll do another live stream this week, or I will record playing this. I can do this a little bit easier on Facebook. YouTube is kind of a pain, but as you can see, Facebook, and that's really not even the best visual of it. Yeah, you can't really. All right, so I will shut off Facebook first. That way, YouTube, I can try to move the stars of the line. That's right, Mike. Absolutely. One way or the other, I promise to you, I will record as long as it's still standing. Sometimes these things fall when nothing's happening. I am the only person that plays up here, so I don't have to worry about that. But hey, listen, guys, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. One day I'll check on my phone. I just need to get my phone so I can check PayPal. But Facebook family, thank you guys so much. I'm truly blessed. Every time that I see some negative comments on Facebook, because there's a lot of them, although I will say there's been an influx on YouTube, which is actually a good thing, because that means there's new people watching. Hey, you know what? Negative means more people. I take it. Engagement's engagement. I don't. I would love to have a channel that was completely positive and whatever, but I think most people don't understand the scenario or the situation that I'm playing up here, and they just assume that this guy's lying. There's no casinos that have that, and I personally agree with that, but I don't know. There's a lot of casinos in the United States. Maybe there are some that do, but they just don't know my story or what I'm playing, so they just come in and kind of leave the hate. And to me, usually before I leave hate to someone, I find out the whole story. But regardless, it's a good thing, because that means new people are coming in, and maybe with every 3 angry people, we get one person that's going to be loyal to the end, and I am extremely grateful. Thank you guys. Got a bunch of new videos coming out over the rest of the week. Appreciate you, and I will talk to you soon. Don't forget to turn off the casino, right? I love it. I love it. All right, guys. Good night. All right, YouTube. Now that I have my cell phone back, I've pretty much used that for my second camera. It was just the easiest setup. I'm gonna see if I can move the camera over so you all can see. I don't really understand how this thing works sometimes. All right. Hopefully this doesn't make you all dizzy. If it does, I'm sorry. There we go. See? There, you can see it. I mean, seriously, that should have fell. That really should have fell. And even still, you're not really seeing what I see. Yeah. All right, so let me check PayPal real quick. Guys, thank you all so much. Yeah, it's so funny. I seen someone left a comment, and I stopped what I was doing because I wanted to read the whole thing, but they were telling me I was a felon. I'm committing a felony. I have no idea what in the world they were talking about. But I went on there, and it was an older video, and I started reading like these comments. I read a lot of likes, like 60 some likes, and it was just talking about how fake I am, and then grouped me in, given a bunch of other channels that upload. They're all the same, and that frustrated me. I'm not gonna lie. I thought YouTube, I was past that. I thought I knew that we had dropped down numbers because of how I was uploading, but I thought we were past the whole big influx. But it's just I had my eyes closed, eyes wide shut. Wendy, I really wish you wouldn't have done that. I really, really, really do. I wish you wouldn't have done it, but thank you so much for the $20 PayPal. I wish, Wendy, I really, really wish. I wish, I wish, I wish. Uh, Guys, I need to get better with John. He is putting a lot of amazing content out, and I am watching all of it after the fact. I can't seem to make it on time to watch one live, but please don't forget to go over to John's channel and check it out. Um, but listen, have a wonderful night. Thank you all so much for all your support. The people that are here right now are absolutely the OGs and absolutely the people I depend on the most. And I'm greatly appreciative and thankful. Wendy, thank you so much for doing that. I wish you wouldn't have. And you all have a wonderful night. Thanks for watching, guys.
Good night, Misty. Good night, Karen. Good night, Mark. Good night, Rob.